What's up, guys? We are here. We missed yesterday, so we're here now. So hopefully everyone's well. We'll see how many people saw that I'm going to be live here. And we'll wait a little bit, and then we're going to talk about paintball stuff. What are we going to talk about? We are going to talk about NXL. NXL Chicago last weekend, I guess, you know, like 10 or 11 days ago. NXL Chicago wrapped up. We actually talked about the tournament a little bit, but we're going to have some highlights. I put together some highlights of like kind of the best plays I saw, and maybe some of the best plays we could gather from the tournament. We're going to talk about Adrenaline's new Bernoulli bolt for the Luxe Idol and Shocker era. I have one of those. We're going to go over that. It's the same bolt that's going to be coming, or that does come in, the Adrenaline Luxe Idol. And then we're going to give away some stuff. We're going to give away, we have, well, just this thing really. The H2K Ultimate Tank Tool. So we're going to do that. And then just hang out and I don't know, we'll see what happens. Who's in here already? Steve, Willis, Josh, pre-ordered the bolt. Well, Steve, we're going to talk about it and see if your money paid off. We're actually going to do a giveaway for that bolt too. So the Bernoulli bolt, we're going to give away, but I'll have like more probably details on that next week because I want to figure out how to do it, right? I mean, it's a very specific bolt. It's only going to work with a handful of guns. Just bassing around. Josh just became a supporter. You're going to have a chance to win yourself this then, Josh. Actually, you will. I just realized your name's not going to be on the list because I made it before this, but we can add it to you. I think I can add it really fast. Yep. What the hell was I talking about? I totally lost my train of thought. Ah, the Bernoulli bolt. Yeah. So let's just watch some highlights. We're just going to jump into highlights. Mark? Why am I blessing people? Like, why am I giving free stuff away? Because I got it for free and I don't know what to do with it. Okay. Highlights. So let me pull my notes up. And these aren't definitely not all the highlights, right? I mean, I can't watch... sometimes I watch most of the matches. This time I certainly did not. So we're going to watch everything I saw, and then also took some spots or took some clips from the like Major League Paintball Plus Instagram and took some of those. There's definitely a few that I really, really like, though. So let's start with that. This is clip number 5 I have. And this is Nate Schrader. Nate Schrader kind of coming back to Portland Uprising. Nate was gone, or I should say Seattle Uprising, sorry. They were Portland Uprising at one point. Left Infamous, we'll say, and became a Portland Uprising, Seattle Uprising player. He went back to Uprising. He's played with Uprising for a very long time. So seeing Nate kind of back with his, you know, boys that he kind of grew up playing paintball with is kind of cool. I want to hear the audio on this too.
Exactly. You have to tell the story as it's being written live in front of you, and that has.
Yeah, and what I like about this is I just like this snake, right? I like how sneaky the snake is, and he's just laying there, just kind of feeling it out, listen for paint maybe coming over his head, trying to figure out where it's breaking. And he's like, oh, I see this guy right here.
Nate is blocked out, so he's done all the work. He's blocked out. He can get up on his knee, and he has the drop on
back center.
But everyone's really focusing on him. He does have that shot cross.
Yeah, one of the things I noticed about this layout as well is that it was just hard to kind of see stuff, right? I mean, I think that like they didn't have as many good camera angles or something, or maybe it was a little bit more difficult to see than like previous layouts. So it was kind of hard. Like, even though there were a bunch of like good moves that were made, it was a little bit difficult to actually like see them or get them on camera. Maybe they were on that drone shot at the time and it's so far pulled back, like you can see the guy moving around, but it's for highlights, it just doesn't look as cool. This is Blake Yarber. So right now we're on the Infamous side. In Dynasty, Blake Yarber is going to be on the far side of the field.
Dynasty pushing the issue. We are going to see a death. No, referee is no.
So Blake Garber's up there, number 2.
Back center as Dynasty.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Blake's number 2.
I haven't seen anyone go to this spot yet here.
4-4 though. Danny got shot early on the D side.
So here comes Yosh Rao. He's pushing forward too. Dynasty trying to make something happen here. Down by 3 with not a lot of time left.
I don't remember really what happens here. Yosh gets shot. I know that. Right there.
Keep the zone control and get the shot in on Jonah, and it's Blake Garber. He comes through. He gets one.
Just a good run through from Blake. Yeah, Dynasty just really struggled this tournament. They just, I don't know. We've just not seen them maybe be at
one for sure.
Their peak performance like they have been. I'll say definitely last year. And this is.
Yeah, we got Aiden Chasman here in the snake sneaking up on Ivan Gonzalez.
Yeah, this is just guy gets destroyed. They just don't know they're there, and he just gets blasted really fast. I just thought it was kind of cool. You can hear it really good.
Like Aiden, get the drop on Ivan
Just
here.
gets smoked.
Yeah, that was the coffin nail.
Yep. Last body alive here.
Yeah, Leverage and Wrecking Crew. So this is the finals as well from the divisional, not the divisional, the semi-pro finals is what I meant to say. We have number 4, more sneaky snake stuff. This time from not Jerry. This time from Carlos Cortez, Silos Cortez, playing now for AC Diesel. Again, I just like all these like really sneaky snake moves.
Oh, he looks inside. Silos sees that and gets this clean. It's
kind of like perfect timing too.
Stays alive.
Wow.
Yeah, I like this snake. I really like how they have those knuckles. Like snake 1 is pulled off of the beam, how you can like go inside and then you got to kind of like snake your way around the actual snake. I just think it's cool. And I like it. It's Jerry Caro. Here's Jerry Caro. A really good move by extreme player Jerry Caro. Something flew on my nose.
The guy's going to be filtering out in the next 10 seconds or so. Do you have a gun to actually watch that zone?
Bang.
And then here comes the
perfect. This actually might have been the move of the tournament. I'm not 100% sure, but it may well have been.
And then here comes the Jerry Caro releases. He's going to get the drop. He's going to get a 2-for-1 trade. He's still alive. And Jerry Caro, man, time and time again, he's going to get a 2-pack, a 3-pack.
4.
Oh, it's a 4-pack. This is going on list. That might be the best move. Is he going to get 5?
Wild there, though. Look at him, like, put his gun in the air. He gets to, like, this temple, and he does that. Like, what's that all about?
That might.
Like, that right there is like a surrender, I got shot move. I never just noticed that. Then he's like, oh, hey!
The best move. Is he going to get 5?
Back on that guy, I guess.
Caro with a 5-pack. Oh, my God. Jerry Caro has come to play.
Jerry's always been really good. Unfortunately for Extreme, though. I mean, Extreme have not been good this year. Extreme are dead last, and they just might as well get relegated. It's going to be interesting. I mean, this is coming down to it. I thought that Dynasty is secured their spot, so that's probably good. We have the best play. I know the best play coming up is from Matt Jackson. Oh, this is number 10. So this is one of the like not so great plays. It works out though, but
if they check off inside.
See, look at that. Ronnie just like rolling his gun, and then dude's standing there in the center and just totally misses him.
Well, Dizon didn't check off on that inside lane because no one's been making that move. I don't think it's going to matter, though, as Dizon is off to the races with Morad right behind him. Manners is
He's like, oh,
alive.
This is one thing I noticed. You know how everyone stops? It's just kind of funny how everybody stops to shoot people.
Ronnie finally,
you know, like he's seeing his back. He's looking like the other direction down the field, but he still wants to stop to make sure he shoots him.
And triple stacks on his back right there. So nice shot by Ronnie Dizon. Oh, man, tons of extra bonus balls for Manners.
I don't think.
Here's my favorite play of the tournament. I think this is the best part of the tournament, or the best shot of the tournament, we'll say. Something like that.
Try to make something happen. Actually going to do a little retreat.
So Matt Jackson is actually right there. Matt Jackson is actually right where my head's at. I'll just take myself away for a minute.
Yeah, Marky having a good game.
I just really like this. I always like the guys who are creative. Like I was just saying, I like the snake so much because it's so like squirrely and you know, you can just go all over the place.
What's going on? Reading the scene.
I really like this shot right there. Look at that.
Logan Dyer getting caught.
So good, dude.
A concession happens as that.
I like that a lot.
It was actually a 2-on-2.
Best play of the tournament? I think so, if you ask me. Number 9. Yeah, this was crazy. There's actually some good pictures I'll show you, the guys that go along with this well. This is a perfect example of why we wear chin straps now.
So David takes the walk. As I like the attack up the middle, but they had no control over there on the D side. Actually, now they shoot out Tyler.
Mikey knows he's there. He obviously sees his shadow. They see each other's shadows.
And they're about
Bang! But look at that mask. Look at how his mask pops up. He hits him right in the lens. Boom! His head pops back.
So, ooh, a little collision here as Mike Arena much bigger than Castro. So he didn't give an inch.
It's funny, too, that I noticed that Trevor Reeser is there. Trevor Reeser right there in the corner. Trevor Reeser is the reason we wear those chin straps. You know, Trevor Reeser's mask flew off a handful of years ago, 2019 or something like that. And then that's why we have mandatory chin straps. But these pictures are just crazy. These pictures are, I don't know who took these photos, but they're over on the the Great American Paintball Magazine Instagram account. I think if I zoom in like really far, it'll give us like really big pictures. There we go. So this is just crazy. Like, bang! Look at that shot. Like, his barrel is literally on the lens. Like, it looks like the barrel's going through the lens. Even on that photo, it's just crazy. Like, that's such good timing on that photo. It's crazy. I would be scared. Like, if that happened to me, I would be a little bit nervous. But thankfully it didn't. You know, I don't have to deal with it.
He just shot Urena.
Yeah,
Let's watch it again.
Back from the other side, though. So, yeah, so David takes
Or
the
is this
walk.
the
As I like the attack up the
yeah, it's the
middle,
Mike
they had no
Arena
control
collision
over there
part.
on the D side. Actually, now they shoot out Tyler, and they're about
Bang!
to do a little collision here. As Mike Arena much
See?
bigger than.
What's this one? This is Castro again from San Diego Aftermath,
Past the 50-yard line.
who just previously ran into Mike Arena here.
Here's the gun. He's probably going to come around. Oh no! It looks like Castro's going to get the drop on a beautiful job.
Castro stays alive too, man. I thought the corner caught him. But
Yeah, this is. I remember watching this live, and I'm like, shoot the can. I'm like, shoot the can. Shoot the can.
Castro was the one that shot.
Lean forward and shoot
Maybe
the
David didn't
can.
hear it or didn't
Like,
wanna make a
shoot
move,
the
and then
can.
Castro
Like
goes
this
through,
whole
jumps
time.
off the lane, pumps
Shoot
out
the
AB,
can.
And now he's alive. on
Shoot
the
the
20 side of
can.
field. Great job by Castro.
yeah.
Still, he could shoot the can.
Yeah, he's using the pin to block.
Finally, he's like, oh, the can guy.
Push in a little bit. Okay, perfectly done.
There you go.
And that forces the reaction.
There you
Trade.
go.
So that's a four pack for
Yeah, 'cause
Castro.
he shot the guy going up the middle, shot ABJ, shot both of those.
This is a not
Protect
top
himself.
play.
You kinda have to. You really
This is just, this is actually our last one. This is Matt Jackson
back player can't
just
do
getting
that.
absolutely
Power
smoked.
6. Still really can't have angles inside. Jackson's gonna commit. Ooh, he's gonna trade out.
Just
No,
gets
did he-
obliterated. It's just fun.
Ooh, he's gonna. Jackson's gonna commit. Ooh, Jackson's gonna commit. Gonna trade.
Whoever that is in Snake, look at that though. Like bang, 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 bang,
Ooh,
bang,
he's
bang,
gonna
bang, bang,
trade
bang.
out. No, did he get a shot in on Seals?
He
I
just
don't
got
think he
shot a
did.
lot. That's all our plays, guys. You know, not something too crazy. Ben, I see a super chat. Matt, we were talking about you, I think, this weekend. You were missed the paintball field. Ben Lawton, thoughts on Cody M joining Revo? Cody Mickowski seems like a lateral move or a slight upgrade. You know, I don't know. It's so weird. I don't think that we know why Cody left yet. I don't think that they've said. It's just like he just is not on AC Diesel anymore. They kind of announced that, was it right after the tournament? About a day or two after the tournament, he left AC Diesel. So you say it seems like a lateral move. It kind of is, right? You'd think that, like, there are two teams that are maybe not at the top of the division, but they're certainly at the top of the, like, competitiveness and, like, payroll, because Revo has their owner Tom 4, which is paying the players a lot, and also AC Diesel have Mark Johnson, who is paying the players a lot. So they kind of have two of the best owners in the league, but oddly enough, they're on the lower side in the rankings. You know, normally these top tier teams that have good funding, like, I don't know, Houston Heat or Red Legion or Impact, you know, normally those teams are in the top higher echelon of the pro teams, but AC Diesel has just been bad. I mean, it's possible they get relegated. So it's weird to see Diesel with that crazy roster do so poorly. We talk about it all the time. So it's possible Cody left the team because he had an option. It was just not panning out. The team has not been doing well for whatever reason. So is going over to Revo a lateral move? It kind of is, but I'd still think that Revo's better. You know, Revo overall, I assume Revo is ranked higher than what are we talking about? I assume Revo is ranked higher than AC Diesel. Let's actually go find, let's get the season rankings, and let's go over here and let's preview the season rankings. I guess this isn't like a preview, but you know. What am I doing? I'm all lost. There we go. Yeah, there was also this talk that Red Legion's already clinched. Red Legion has already clinched first place, I guess, because World Cup's always that weird tournament, or at least the last couple of years has always been that weird tournament where they invite the European teams over, and some of the top teams in the NXL get a bye. So Red Legion is kind of guaranteed, I think, 6th place. And there's no possible way any of these other teams can catch them. Even if like X Factor gets 1st and Red Legion gets 6th place, the lowest they can get, they'll still actually win the series title, which is kind of interesting. So what were we talking about? Revo? Yeah, see, Revo's in 10th, right? That's right. Revo did fairly well at the beginning of the year. This 18th is not very good. But Revo's one of those teams that we kind of thought would maybe jump a little bit higher, but this professional division is just so difficult. Yeah, and we see AC way down at 18th. So while talent-wise, it's probably like a lateral move, definitely not like overall ranking-wise, you know. But Cody's very, very good, and I assume, you know, it's only going to help make Revo better. I don't particularly know Revo's weaknesses, so it's a little bit hard to say, like, you know, exactly, but yep. And these live streams, we always want to thank our sponsor, bfpgear.com. Black Friday Paintball Gear, they've been a long time supporter of this channel. So, you know, maybe you want to get one of those brand new dye MXRs. They actually feel really nice. I really like the way they feel in my hands. And I really like the thing. I definitely recommend BFP Gear. You know, help support this channel, help support good paintball stores like BFP Gear, because they support me, and, you know, like literally, they help this whole goddamn channel move. So help them out, help me out. BFP Gear, follow one of the links in the description. If you click that, they'll know that you actually, like, went there and followed this thing. What are you guys talking about? Revo seems more consistent making Sundays, Matt says. Yeah, for sure this year they have. I mean, I don't even know if AC Diesel has ever played on Sunday. That's crazy. Jake Dole, I think it's more of a gel factor with Diesel. They just haven't had a solid starting 5. That is kind of true. I mean, they definitely have to, like, switch their roster around a lot. But you'd also think that, like, when you look at the guys, it's like they know each other. You know, everyone's been playing together for a long time. Who knows? I just think paintball's hard. That's what I think. So maybe we should talk about this new bolt. So, I got a lot of information, so this might be a information dump. Let's turn on this.
Because you kind of have
turn that off. Let's turn on this. We're going to pause it. So what the hell is this thing? This is the new bolt system. Not bolt system, we'll say like half of a bolt system. New Bernoulli bolt from Adrenaline. It's going to be coming in the new Adrenaline Luxes. the new Adrenaline Luxe Idol, which there will be a video on in about a week. Roughly about a week. We're going to go for like Tuesday or Wednesday of next week to have the actual Adrenaline Idol video up. But this is one of those things you're getting in that Idol. So it's one of the actual upgrades that's coming in the Adrenaline Idol. And what's kind of neat about these is you can use it really... we'll just let this B-roll kind of video play out, and I'll pause it when I get to spots when we're talking about it. So it's kind of cool. You can put this thing in 2 different guns. So say you don't have an Adrenaline Idol and you want some of that, like, you know, better shot quality that the Idol Adrenaline version's getting, I should say. Or say you have a Shocker Era and you want some of that. You can buy this bolt system, the Bernoulli bolt from Adrenaline, for $150, and it will fit in your Idol or your Era. But only those 2 guns, kind of, right? So one of the things they did with the Idol and the Era is actually lengthened the whole bolt cycle just a smidgen. So the whole gun is like this much longer. So it's a little bit longer, right? So the bolt system in general is longer. So these you can put in the older guns. So say you have a TM40 or an amp, it will work in there. But because the bolt has to go a little bit further forward, the bolt can actually get stuck in the barrel. But if you use larger size barrels, like if you use any barrel over a 6.84 bore size, you can use this in the previous guns like the TM40 or the amp. But you do have to use that bigger, bigger barrel, or that bolt could get stuck in the barrel. So this whole thing, right, it's called the Bernoulli bolt. So it's coming with the bolt itself. You can see right there in my left hand. It's coming with the bolt guide right there. And then on the tip of the bolt guide, it's going to be the bolt guide extension. So those are the 3 pieces. 3 pieces? Oh, you actually get the can as well. So you get the can. This is just not shown there because if you put it inside, you can't really see it as well. Can. Yes. So the whole concept of this thing and the Bernoulli principle, I'm going to read what I wrote down, and then I will try and like re-explain it. This is a physics situation, right? So the Bernoulli principle. So the Bernoulli principle is, I'm going to just read what the definition is. Bernoulli principle: an increase in air speed of a fluid occurs simultaneously with a decrease in pressure. So in other words, when air is moving faster, or when water is moving faster, or plasma is moving faster, it will drop in pressure. So essentially, I'm going to read this. When you force a large volume of air through, when you force a large volume of high pressure air through a small opening into a low pressure environment, the air speeds up and the pressure drops. So you might be familiar with this concept with a gardening hose. So when you turn on the hose, the water, just flows out at the same pressure inside the hose. It just kind of, it just comes out at the, same speed or same pressure. But when you put your thumb over that hose or over the nozzle, you kind of narrow the opening, and then that water pressure inside of that hose increases. And then the water coming out speeds up significantly and that pressure drops. You can kind of like visualize, or we've all kind of messed with the hose, so you can kind of experience that. But that's kind of the way paintball guns always work, right? It's always a high pressure air coming out and leaving into a low pressure environment. But the Bernoulli principle with like the Adrenaline Bernoulli bolt, on the inside they have, it's kind of hard to see, but let's go back to, let's find that right there. So the way that works, that Bernoulli principle, the bolt actually tapers toward the end. So it's straight and then gets tapered at the end. So the air is actually like going forward and then forced through that smaller opening, speeds the air up and lowers the pressure. So what that means is that you can run lower pressures, the whole system, the whole gun's going to run at lower pressures. So it's going to be maybe a little bit more air efficient, a little bit quieter, maybe a little bit easier on paint, just because of that reduction in air, or just because of that Bernoulli principle in lowering that pressure once it actually impacts that paintball. there's another part of the bolt as well. You can see how those little slots are coming out the end right there. On the regular Luxe Idol, there are just holes there. So there's holes all along the back of the bolt. And the idea behind that is that once air travels, so the way this whole thing works is, let's go to my top-down camera and let's see if I can explain. Let's see if I can explain those holes on the back of the bolt a little better visually. Let me zoom in. So that's your cool little box. It's nice and magnetic. It's got the Bernoulli principal equation right there on the front, if it'll focus. Really likes focusing on my hands. Oh, it's not even in there. Put it right there. So that's that whole thing. So that's that can. There's that bolt. So what happens with the Luxe Idol and the Adrenaline, really, they're kind of working the same way. Normally what would happen is air would go over, it would go over that O-ring, and then air would shoot down the bolt. But because there's those holes there, what's kind of happening is the air gets released a little bit right there, shoots down the bolt, and then the remainder of the air gets shot down the bolt. So it's kind of like a big burst and then a slower burst of air. That's kind of one of the reasons why the Idol shoots a little bit softer than the TM40. And then adding those slots right there just slows down the air delivery a little bit more. So rather than the Idol just having a hole, these slots allow the air to come out just slightly earlier, making that shot just a little bit softer. We can also see on there the guide. There's that valve guide extension. That's what that piece is right there. They've actually decreased the volume, or I should say the size of that hole right there. That hole is actually used to recock the whole system. So excess air goes in there and then recocks the gun. But reducing that size right there actually makes that recock and that return a little bit softer, also kind of making that whole system just a little bit easier and a little bit less kicky than the stock Idol bolt. That gray color is actually WS2 coating, which does stand for tungsten disulfide. It's apparently the second slickest lubricant or dry lubricant on the planet. So it's just like really, really like slippery when you touch it. That just means that, you know, if you have a worn out O-ring or you forget to put grease on or something like that, just having that slipperier surface just makes everything kind of move around a little bit better. The Bernoulli bolt, and I shot this thing on Sunday. Was it Sunday or Saturday? I don't know. And I think I could tell a difference, right? Like putting it in a stock Idol, I definitely feel that like the gun might have been a little less snappy, maybe a little bit smoother. So if you're looking for maybe that, maybe more traditional feel that we're getting from maybe like older Luxes that are a little bit smoother and not as like crisp and snappy feeling, you know, definitely going for that Adrenaline Bernoulli bolt is going to help that whole thing. It's really cool, and it's just a way to maybe get a little piece of that Adrenaline Idol. I mean, the Adrenaline Idols are quite expensive, and you're getting, I think, a really good value, honestly. The Adrenaline Idols are priced kind of crazy, actually. They're only really like $500 more than a stock gun, and you get like a crap ton of stuff. And one of the things is that bolt. So if you don't want to spend all that money on an Adrenaline gun, you can kind of get a taste of it with the Bernoulli bolt. Like I said, I'm going to give it away. We're going to do a giveaway, but I want to figure out, like, how, you know? Like, one of the problems is that it only fits a specific gun, and I don't just want to give it to anybody. So we got to figure out somebody who's got a, like, I don't know, an Idol or something, and we got to figure out that person. Does the new bolt work in the RSX, Jake? No, it does not. I'm like 90% sure it's only going to work in the Amp and the Era, because those have like the newer bolt. The RSX, the XLS, and the, I'm forgetting something. or that old original bolt style. Just like DG right there said, it fits the Amp Era Idol and TM40. Yeah. But you do got to make sure to use that like bigger bore size, you know, like bigger than that 684. But the problem though is that like all the paint has been so small that like we can't really use that small of a bore size. I mean, if you want to match your paint well, you're using like a 674 or something insane nowadays. Bolts and hose. EP with that super chat, dude. How much in the air conditioner on? It's just like blazing away and there's really no reason for it. Bernoulli bolt. Yep. Yeah, I really like the new Idol. The Luxe Idol. I just keep calling it the Idol. The Adrenaline Idol is really, really kind of cool. I really like it. You know, it's crazy. They're $2,200. So it's $400 more than a regular Idol. And it's kind of crazy, right? You get the mechanical frame, you get like upgraded bolt, you get like all this extra stuff that really kind of makes the thing a good deal. You know, just buying the mechanical frame is going to, you know, cost half of that. So it's really cool how like, it's actually not a bad value. It's a pretty good deal. Chris, have you talked about the MXR issues? What issues are they having? I don't even know. What issues? People always say issues, and it's like one guy. No problem. I'm not sure. Although I don't know. You know, they're so new that they're not really like. Oh yeah, double feeding. I did hear that. Yeah. That I did hear. Which is kind of weird. You know, it's odd that like I haven't heard about the ramping, inconsistent ramping. That might be a detent problem too. I saw like what is this, C Nobbings? Is it Nobbings? I saw his like original video he did where he was like shooting it on the side of a building or something, like him and his friend had two of them. I watched that. I don't know if they like discussed much. I think it was just like an unboxing thing or whatever. The double feeding thing is weird because, I mean, it's not that weird because they tried that new detent. But what I heard is it was double feeding with rotors and stuff, and you're like, well, you'd think they would test that, you know, like it's like their hopper, like what are they using? But then we've also heard, you know, that putting a smaller O-ring on there kind of gets rid of that double feeding problem, which I don't know if that's good or bad, because one of the problems is going to be like you put the smaller O-ring on, and now the O-ring, the detents are now moved in side the breech more, and then it might have a problem actually feeding sometimes. So yeah, I think that the inconsistent ramping would probably have to do with the like detent system too, because I couldn't imagine them like messing up the software. You know, like imagine that. That sucks though. A leaky ASA, that sounds like another like weird early production problem too. But that's, you know, something we've been seeing on these guns recently is like early production problems, which is also not unheard of. You know, it doesn't matter what you're doing. If you're, you know, we're talking about cell phones or keyboards or cars. If you're buying the very first 100 of them, you know, it might be a little bit risky. Joey says, or Joe Vito, 007, Joe Vito says, I always want to say Joey Votto says, they have to have issues so they can sell you a pro kit to fix it. Yeah. Although not really. I know it seems that way and it'd be a good idea. It's like a underhanded way to make some money, but like, that's definitely not what they want to do. Why not get a DSR Plus with an Ironman Pro Kit and a method bolt until the MXR smoothed out? I don't know. Most of those people were hoping not to to buy a new gun. Yeah. Let's do an ad. What's this ad button do? Nothing. What does this button do? Think about becoming a member at the Paintball Ruined My Life channel. You know, one of the ways to help support this whole channel is becoming a member on said YouTube. You get some perks, although, you know, to be fair, I have not been super honored about the member-only videos because it's, I don't know what to freaking make. But any level of supporting this channel... Oh, my light died. Why'd my light die? Huh. Oh, well. Any level of supporting this channel is fantastic. You know, yeah, anything. You could have watched the members-only live stream. I'll probably try to do another members live stream this week. If you were a member or you are a member, you can have your chance to win some random shit like this H2K. The light is so glary right now. That H2K Ultimate Tank Tool. Do some other giveaways too. So now, if you want to support the channel, think about becoming a member. That's about all. Maybe we should do the giveaway. My phone keeps dinging. We're gonna make it mute. Why not? I already talked about DSR Plus. Maybe we'll just do this giveaway right now. But first, there's some of you guys who are brand new members. So we're gonna add you guys to this list who literally signed up right now. So why not? Oh, I forgot we have dual competing live streams going on right now. Oh, and Hormesis just uploaded a new Joust video. Maybe we'll watch that. Let's watch this Joust video. But first, let's find these new members. Let's see if I can do this, like, quickly. There we go. Bang. Steve and Josh, really. Okay, save. Share, continue, copy. We're going here. Get rid of that. We're gonna open up the giveaway. Let's make sure we are all on there. Maybe not. We'll redo it. Okay. So, yep, we're all on there. So, all of the people that are channel members, your name is in there for a chance to win one of these. Actually, let's give two away. I've got two of them. We're doing it. We got a purple one. Purple one. Let's actually show what these are first. There's a purple one and a black one. And if you guys don't know, let's pull out on that a little bit. This is the H2K, the Karl Markowski tank tool. This is one of the more clever tools in paintball. And there's a link in the description as well. So if you want to go actually buy one of these things, you can go buy one. They're really clever. This is the newer version, their ultimate version, which is going to get you. There's a lanyard on there you can clip on there, so you don't, don't lose it as easy. But it's very clever. There are these little tool bits that are coming in. Oh, they go forward. That are coming with that ultimate one, and those tools you can put right in there. They're magnetic. It's really kind of handy. Different Allen sizes. You got a Phillips head. There's another Allen key size. It's like an 1/8 and like a freaking. No, that's an 1/8. This is what, 3/16 or some bullshit. 5/32. I goddamn hate our measurement system. It is so annoying. Okay, these are a little wonky. There we go. But those go in there. There's a couple other cool features. You get if you want to take your burst disc off, that's what that hex is for. They put that little dealio there so you can open a box of paint really quick. That hole right there is to make it so let me grab a tank regulator. That hole right there is so that if your tank regulator is really loose, you can actually put that right there and use this for a little bit of leverage to unscrew your tank. Although you gotta be kind of careful right there because you can definitely break your fill nipple right off. You've got a spot for an O-ring, you've got a spot you can screw a burst disc down right there. But this tool really is handy for emptying your tank. So if you got air in your tank, you can just screw that bad boy on there and, you know, air's gonna come out. It's very handy for tournament players if you're flying to tournaments. It's probably its main use case, I would say, is gonna be, you know, your flying tournament players. So, we're gonna give 2 away. Well, this looks all insane there for a second. Looking all crazy. We're going to give 2 away, and the way this will work is I will pick 2 people, and then there's going to be a members-only community post, and then I will ask for both of the winners to post in that community post so I can get your email addresses, and I can actually, like, figure out who you are, and we can, like, get you an address and stuff. I'm going to put this away. That back there. We're going to put that sticker right there. There's a purple one and a black one. Kind of like the purple one. Okay. Going back here. We're going to click this wheel. We're going to hit interact with this wheel. And we're just going to spin it once. And then whoever wins on this single spin, we're gonna, you know, you're gonna get yourself a friggin' tool. Dave! Dave Schwenning. I think I pronounced your name right. I probably have no idea. I'm probably definitely not. Dave's been a huge supporter for a long ass time. So he deserves one. Who's gonna get the other one? Who's getting the other one? I should say, Dave, you can't win twice. Chris Raymond. Chris Raymond. There's my mouse cursor. Chris Raymond. I know I'm pronouncing Christopher. I'm sorry, Christopher Raymond. I know I'm pronouncing that name right. Cool. Well, you know, guys, like I said, I'll make a community post, and we'll get people's addresses so I can ship stuff off. There's more stuff we can give away, but we'll do that next time. Maybe not next time, but like in the future. I got a whole box of stuff. We have some more G1 stuff, so there's some more like G1 headband stuff. And really this box is full of paintball DNA stuff, that like micro blunderbuss. So we'll like put together another, like, those are cool. I really like those Jolo hoppers. We'll put together like another paintball DNA focus. Oh, there we go. Another paintball DNA like giveaway bundle. 4 minutes behind. Will there be an MXR video? Probably not. Yeah, probably not. I don't think so. I mean, I'll probably have one, like, I'll get one and we'll do like a live stream unboxing kind of hands-on thing. But it's highly unlikely that I will even make an MXR video. I don't know. You know, the review videos are just kind of boring, and they've gotten kind of boring for me. And I really kind of like this history, maybe more storytelling approach or something like that. So I'm just going to try to make other videos. When's the R5 review coming out? Never. That's the same answer to the R5 video. Yep. Yeah. 2 things really. You know, like I said, I just don't, they're just goddamn boring. It's like the same thing over and over for me. So I just kind of want it to be more interesting for me so I don't hate it. And I think people want to actually watch those videos more. You know, I gotta, like, at some point try to like look at the audience and like see what people actually want to watch. And people are clicking and liking and commenting and giving me feedback in real life on those videos way more than any other review has. So it's frustrating seeing review videos from vendors that are selling them. Yeah, pretty much everybody is. But the C Noddings or Nobbings guy, he's definitely not selling. So he'll give you definitely an honest perspective. I mean, he's buying them like I am. So, I mean, if you're buying the things, it's a shame. I really liked the reviews, especially from you. Yeah, I know. I've thought about it. I don't know. I shouldn't say I'm never going to do reviews again. But in the meantime, at least, you know. Yeah. There is a review, not necessarily. DG with the supporting membership. You just missed the giveaway, though, unfortunately. Next time. Next time. Damn, look at the pop-ups are actually working now. Those, like, membership things didn't work forever, and now they're finally freaking working. What the hell was I talking about? Yeah, reviews. There is an adrenaline. The adrenaline. Let's get that gun. There will be a video on this. I'll just show you guys real quick. That thing. Yep. I didn't really want to show this. I was going to like wait until the actual review. But that's an Adrenaline Luxe Idol that I have. And there is going to kind of be a review on this. It's not going to be necessarily like a review. I mean, it will be, but I kind of want to cover like Adrenaline as the company. So there'll be a video on this thing in like, you know, like I said, about a week. But it's going to be more covering Adrenaline, the company, rather than just a review on the gun. So I want to like talk about how they made this and like more information maybe about Adrenaline. Not so much like here's a review, but it will be kind of that too. This is cool though.
Enter the dragon. Fireball.
That's kind of fun. There's a bunch of cool like different voice packs when you change the firing mode. It's pretty neat. It's really nice. It's very nice. This is kind of some crazy anno though. You think about that, that's a fade polished to dust, and then you can see that splash on there. And the intricacies and like the details are on this are really nice. I mean, you can see that they have that like dragon skin on the back. The light is so bright right here, it's kind of hard to see, but there's a laser engraved dragon on the back, that dragon skin on the front. They're just a very nice, polished, overall, very nice gun. But we're not really talking too much about that. We're not going to like go spend all our time on that. How much are they? Adrenaline's got a few different prices on them. Let me... Do I have my notes up for the idol? I don't know if I have, like, that information in there. Hold on. Yeah, so there's multiple prices. It kind of just depends on what color you want. They're starting at $2,200 for, like, the base versions. And then they're $2,500 for the one that I got. It just depends on really the anodizing, because it's just more expensive. You know, I mean, it's really a crazy deal when you think about it. Because like this gun, you get the mechanical frame, you get a full different on-off, you get all the milling, you get the bolt upgrade parts, you get, I don't know, a bunch of stuff. And it's only $400 over stock, which is really not that much. You know, I mean, just the mechanical frame's $200. And then you get the grips, and you get another on-off, and you get the panel on-off, you get the panel grips, and it's all kind of cool. So you get a lot of different things. You get 2 triggers. So while it's definitely an expensive paintball gun, it's not like, you know, $4,000 or anything. It's not like, you know, insane markup or anything. Yeah. We'll Blue Lightning, good evening. Yeah, speaking of which, how did people, Randy, you can get in line. I think I'm going to raffle it for $4,000 though, so, you know, it's going to be an expensive raffle. $4,000, somewhere in there. Maybe like 3,600 or 4,500. I don't know. We're going to experiment. But how did people like Matt the Gym Rat? Matt was on last week. If anybody missed, how'd you like it? Do you think it went well? Should I have more people on? What didn't you like? What I don't know. Let me know. I know there's people in here that watched it. Let me know in the chat. Give me your best answers. Now no one's going to say anything. They're just going to be kicking it. Dead silence. I think that having people on is kind of cool, though. I think that maybe not like every week. I thought about that. I was like, man, I don't really want to do every week. I don't even know if I want to do every other week. I think that we'll try like maybe once a month, like the first Monday of the month, or like the second Monday of the month, or the last Monday, or something like that. Let's move this over here. Not sure who we'd do next, or what would happen though. Who knows? They enjoyed it. It was awesome. Bearing the glitches. Oh yeah, there was a, yeah. Rennick, I'm with you on that. The whole like, what was crazy though is on my end, it didn't look that bad. But then I rewatched it on YouTube and there was like 5 minutes where it was like just audio and we were so frozen. I'm going to figure that out for sure. I'm going to use a whole separate computer, I think, and then pipe it in and yeah. We'll figure that out. That was the first time. Only if you have them live in studio with you. Yeah, well, I can't do that, so it's not really possible. It's either we don't do it, or... I mean, I was against having people on, like, virtually for, like, 7 years. So, we're not getting any closer to having a real podcast or, like, a real studio where people can come, to. So, I can't wait another 7 years. We might as well just try it. Great choice for a guest is better than a pro player. I don't know. It probably just depends on the players. I generally agree with that, Chris. Because Matt's used to talking like I am, right? Like where we do this. I'm used to like talking on the internet. So he's used to talking on the internet. So he's not like maybe like nervous or like weird about it. He's, you know, kind of used to it. So he's going to be a little bit better. But there's certainly guys that are good at talking. You know. But I liked how Dave just said, enjoyed the interview. And I was just going to say, I was like, I like how he didn't really do an interview. I just kind of like asked him random stuff and we kind of just riffed. I guess a little better. I enjoyed the interview. It's cool to see new concepts like that. Once a month or random based on availability. For sure. Yeah. A little based on me, too. Because it's like harder to... I don't know. It's hard to set up because it's the first time, I guess. So, but after the first couple times, it shouldn't take long. Oh, Mark Crescent would actually be really good guest. Master J Cube. I actually really like that. Mark would be a good guest. That is true. Mr. H. Yeah. Maybe we could get like, I don't know, Beyonce. I could know. Dan Holiday would be good. Of course Dan would be good. I assume Dan would be good. I don't know if I've heard Dan like... I saw Dan today on a video. Joey was like, these 20-year-old assholes or something. I don't know. Chris? Good. I appreciate Chris's feedback. You guys that know me in real life, I appreciate feedback more than the guys that don't. Maddie Marshall would be sick. For sure. We can do it. I just gotta like... I should ask to go on the other podcasts too. Like the Spick and Span show that's happening right now. Aren't they doing a live stream right now? I could like call into that. They're doing a live stream right now. They have triple the amount of people watching, which isn't surprising. They probably should. You know what we should watch? Let's watch this. Let's watch the... This just came out like moments ago. The Elite...
Oh man, we're doing it. Just another day.
The Elite 1v1 World Tour, the Joust USA, Alabama. Dude, I don't know anything about this. I don't know who won this or what the deal is.
Hey. Another day of setting the field up, except this
I want
time
my
it's
headphones
Hormesis
on.
weekend.
Tell us about this grass. What kind of grass is this on this side?
This on this side is Zoysia. This is Meyer Zoysia Z52.
Oh.
It's a little hard to find Z52 these days, but it's really...
It is, I tell you, I mean, the Z58 though, the Z58, everyone likes Z58. The Z52 is pretty hard.
May all the way till like late September, so...
The hell are we talking about grass for? I just want to watch paintball. I don't want to like, we're not going to watch this whole video because I don't like doing that. I'm not that guy. Just got really, really loud. So guys, I think this is the future of paintball. You know, I think that not necessarily the joust or the duel or whatever, but I think one-on-ones should be the future of paintball. I think that they're the most digestible by everybody, whether you're a paintball player or non-paintball player. And it's something that I would like to see pushed very hard. I think the powers that be in paintball, the guys who are pushing the leagues forward and guys with the money at the companies, I really wish they'd kind of like look into this one-on-one format, because it's like, I don't know, it's the thing to do, right? Everyone can watch it. I can watch it. My, sister can watch it, It doesn't matter who you are. You can kind of watch one-on-ones because they're so easy to understand. And they're exciting, they're back-to-back, and you can get matches going quick, and they can be, score could be 6-6, and it can get dramatic and stuff like that. So, I mean, obviously the score could be 6-6 in, regular games, but there's something about the pacing and, team players going back and forth really quickly that just makes it a little bit more exciting. So,
Magnificent. They're just out here to win again, redeem us from that AM session, and bring Magnificent back to winning like we do.
Obey Giant. Oh, that's not an Obey shirt. It looks like an Obey shirt. That's the freaking Joust shirts. Yeah, so I like these one-on-ones. All about it. And, yeah. I mean, I love how Oliver's actually doing it and doing something. So many of us just talk about what to do and how it could be better. It's actually good to see somebody actually doing it. I don't know. We're not going to watch this whole Joust video. It's over on that Hormesis YouTube channel. We'll give them a like. So go over there. Check it out. They've got a lot of good stuff. You can watch a lot of these cool videos. Like, you can't go tell me that this is not fun to watch. Or this is not fun to watch. Or this was not fun to watch. The Archie Ryan one was really good. So these are fun, and I really, truly think that it needs to happen. We'll find out. Rennick for TV? I don't know. I hate TV. I don't think TV matters at all. 3v3 is really the max, which is easy enough for the announcers and the audience to keep up. I agree. I think... I don't know. I mean, I think that one-on-ones are 3-on-3. 2-on-2 is a little weird. I think 3-on-3 or one-on-ones. And I don't think it should be on TV. I mean, I really, truly think that it should be free on YouTube. There's plenty of other sports that are able to get onto YouTube free with advertisement, and I don't know why we can't get ads on this stuff. I think that somehow there has to be a way to put ads on some of this one-on-one format stuff, or even like Major League Paintball or NXL or whatever, and have it be free on YouTube, because they really think it needs to be free on YouTube. Yeah. I mean, we watch a lot of these other sports, these like smaller style sports, and like I watch a lot of them on YouTube, right? Like BMX, skateboarding, downhill mountain biking. There's a lot of these like weird sports that aren't on TV, on traditional like TV, that are finding a perfect spot on YouTube. And obviously, I really, really wish we could do that. Like on Friday, the Friday of the NXL last week or whatever, there were 1,200 people watching one of the live streams. You know, I mean, 1,200 people is not a ton, but there's plenty of other sports, like, you know, the Red Bull events or whatever. They do all kinds of crazy stuff, and there's, you know, 1,200 people watching those. It's not like there's a dramatic more amount of people watching. So I don't know. I really would like it to be free. Yeah. Free with ads, paid without, if folks opt for it. I wish, but I don't know how you do that. Like, you do it free on Go Sports. I want it to be like discoverable, you know, on YouTube, or even say Roku with ads. But I want it to be discoverable. So Roku's, I mean, it could be discoverable if it's on, like, you do an advertisement on like the homepage or whatever. But through YouTube, it's just so much more discoverable. You're just, you know, you're just getting rando people watching it. And I think that you're actually getting the demographic you want, right? Whereas if you're on ESPN, I mean, I feel that like it's kind of a part of the demographic, right? But it's mainly probably skewing older. I mean, I would say ESPN's probably like, the demographic's probably like 45 to like 55 or 65. It's like older. Whereas, you know, I'd think that a young, growing sport or industry, and especially an extreme sport kind of like we have, you're probably going to want to attract younger players. And those younger players are on the internet. It's not like I'm the first person to say that. Well, I don't know. Steven, I haven't watched cable for over 10 years. It was actually hard to watch the ESPN show. I agree with all that too. I mean, the last time I had I paid for TV was probably like 4 years ago. And literally the only reason I had it was to watch Sacramento Kings basketball. I didn't watch anything else. I'm not going to turn ESPN on and just watch random TV. You know, no one does that, so. Yeah. Old guys do have the money. That is very right, DG. But it's hard to get, older people into new hobbies. You know, how many 50-year-olds start new hobbies? You know, I don't know. There's definitely some. You know, I hope to be 50 and maybe starting a new hobby, but, you know, I don't know. It's just hard to get, 50-year-olds excited about paintball. Yeah, I don't know. I was just watching X Games Tokyo or whatever, and I'm like, man, this is free on the internet, and I don't know. I was just like, why can't we do this? I don't know. I mean, I get that X Games has a lot of fans in attendance. They have a lot of actual audience in real life, so they're getting money that way. I don't know. Once Tom Cole relinquishes the NXL, it will prosper, Randy says. I don't know. So one of the things that I've definitely come across in making a lot of these videos recently, especially the MPPL video, is that a lot of these people have been in paintball for a very long time. You know, we want to look at Tom Cole. Tom Cole was originally part of the original NXL. He was not the NXL, I'm sorry, the MPPL. He was the president of the MPPL. Later on in 2002, he was the president of the MPPL. and then he was the president of like the USPL, and like he's done a lot of different things, which is good, right? I think that that's like, we can kind of take away two things from that. I think that it's good that he's done so many very different things in the industry, right? So he's seen them try this. He's like, oh yeah, we tried that and we did this and it was like this, and like, you know, he's done all those things. So it's kind of like, I think about maybe me. I was thinking about like earlier today, I was listening to somebody talk about businesses failing and them doing all this stuff and it's failed so many times. And like, you know, I've made 15 different businesses. You know, I've had this paintball thing and this thing, and then there was this paintball store, and there was this, you know, repair thing, and then there's been all these different disparate things that I've started, and all of them have failed. You know, none of them have really done well. I'm currently doing this paintball ruin my life thing. Where that's gonna go, who knows? Hopefully we do better. But all those things have failed, and I think that I've learned from all those things as well. So while Tom has been around for a long time, he's learned, hopefully, and I think he has learned from those things. And one of the things that I think I would have agreed with this like 2 years ago, right? Because I think that one of the problems I've always had and thought in paintball too is that we have a lot of the same people doing the same things that we did, you know, before. It's a lot of the same people that are in charge of the companies or running everything. The same people who've been in control for 30 something years. So I've always kind of been like, we might need different people to do things, or, you know, actual business, you know, people running these companies, not just paintball players. But I would have agreed with that 10 years ago, or 2 years ago, a few years ago. But I really, you know, Tom Cole, like, Tom's really like, I feel like really kind of stepped up and like really like done a lot of things that I think that are good for the NXL, and at least good for their brand. Because we also got to think that like Tom Cole's not like in charge of paintball. You know, he doesn't have anything to do with 95% of paintball. It's just the NXL, and it's just like, you know, this high-end tournament stuff that he has his hands in. And I think he's done a really, really good job these last couple of years, right? I mean, that players party in Vegas was amazing. Whether we like the TV or don't like the TV, at least it's something, and we're trying to go forward. Whereas these last 12 years, nothing happened. So it's good to at least, like, windows keep popping up and stuff. I don't know what the hell's going on over here. So at least, you know, what is happening? At least something is going on. And I think the quality of the tournaments are really good. I like how the teams are coming from Europe over, and there's the international stuff. So I think that stuff has been happening. Yeah. Yep. That was a long, like, answer. Because I've kind of, like, yeah, I've kind of thought about that recently. And I think Tom's doing a great job. I don't know who would do better, right? Who else is out there that has the knowledge and knows the people and has done all this stuff in the past? You know, yeah, you could get the guy that's like in charge of all the Tough Mudders, or like, you know, a CrossFit guy who's, you know, holding events that have like, you know, 20,000 people at them or 50,000 people. But I don't know if there's another person out there that could do a better job. Randy says Bart. Which Bart? It also matters which Bart you're talking about. Bart Yakimak? No. Bart Wiedemeyer or Wendemeyer or whatever his name is. Wendemeyer? Because there's two Barts. I mean, when we talk about paintball and Bart, there's Bart Yakimak, who owns part of the NXL and owns Impact. And then there's a Bart that nobody knows about from back in the day. Bart Wiedemeyer or Wendemeyer or Vernemeyer or something like that. The non-Yakimek Bart, he was like the... I'm not sure what his title was, but he was like second in charge at the MPPL when the MPPL was like at its peak in like 2005 or whatever. So we could do a good job, maybe. That was a lot of information. That was like a brain dump. Bob Long. Yeah, I don't know. Probably not Bob Long. But I do think that's one of the things I've thought about. I'm like, there could be like people on paper that are better, you know, like, oh, I went to freaking Yale Business School or whatever bullshit. But Tom has so much goddamn experience. It's kind of hard to say someone else would do a better job, you know, especially because Tom does take into account what the players want. He's listening to the players. He's been doing tons of podcasts lately, letting everybody know what's going on. You know, I complain about trying new formats. I was just talking about we should do one-on-ones, and someone was like 3-on-3s are awesome, and they're doing that. You know, at World Cup this year, there will be a 3-on-3 pro-only tournament. So they're trying stuff. It's not just 5-on-5 all the time. Chris Martin. You're gonna vote for me. We're gonna have if I'm in charge, it's just gonna be run by AI. I'm not gonna make any decisions. I'm gonna flood it with data, and we're gonna ask it what to do, and we're gonna do what it says. Yep. Because that's what I would do. I bet we could just ask it right now, and it would probably give us really good answers. Rennick says, I thought I would adore having Bob Long back at the very least as a consultant. Same with Simon Stevens, Tom K, and Bud Orr. I mean, those dudes are all legends. I'm not saying like anything bad about those guys. But I don't know if they have... I mean, first of all, if Simon or Tom K talk, I would listen to them because they're both extremely intelligent, and I would take what they have to say seriously. But they don't, you know, they've never been on like the, you know, like the player tournament side. Bob Long has maybe more, but when I think about all those guys, I think about like making products and stuff. Not that they obviously wouldn't have good insight. I think Bob Long has had good insight in this stuff before. I don't know. They're both all freaking legends. Chris, I'll be your bodyguard. What does that mean? Oh, if I become the... I would literally just use AI for the whole thing. I'd just be like, what we doing? Whoa. MLG, yeah, I didn't do it. I missed yesterday. There was a incident I had to take care of last night, so I was not able to do a live stream yesterday. So here we are. Tuesdays. Just this one time. Yeah, I would ask AI. I'd be like, okay, ChatGPT or Claude or whoever you're going to use. We own a paintball league. There's this many players. We're trying to grow the league. We have this much money. We have this Instagram and Facebook. We've tried TV. Here's the answer, blah, blah. And then it would just spit out an answer what to do. Big Daddy. Nope, not Monday. I keep thinking it's Monday too because I'm doing this. Yeah, I had to go to the hospital last night. Everything's okay, but I had to take somebody to a in-opt-to knee situation. What is this window? Like, stuff keeps, like, flashing. Like, I keep, like, getting little peaks of a window opening and closing. I don't know what's going on. Zachary just played a 3v3. Just played a 3v3 this past weekend. You know, I haven't played 3-on-3 in so long. I think 5-man's probably like... I enjoy more people. The more people, I think it's more fun. Like, the more people we have playing. Like, I think I prefer 7-man. I don't know, maybe 7-man's like the... Oh, Matt had a... Yeah. And it's probably worse. Actually, I don't know. There was just a friend of the family fell down and kind of mangled his knee, and he's kind of old and can't move around so well, so we had to like get him to the emergency room. His leg is all bundled up now, and they're supposed to go back today to have MRIs or something like that. They should be back by now. I don't know what's happening. Anyway, everything's okay. It's not a big deal. Freaking knees, dude. Anyway. 10-man, yeah, I was like 7-man. I like the more people. And I was like 5-man. I definitely like 5-man over 3-man. And I think that I like 7-man over 5-man. But 10-man, I think that 10-man for me is just too many people. I kind of like the size of the 7-man fields because they're, you know, a little bit bigger than 5-man, but they're a little bit smaller than 10-man. They're kind of like the perfect size where you can really be sneaky and you don't get shot off the break super easy. So I kind of like that 7-man style. It kind of fit my play a little better too. Because I was a little bit, I like that kind of sneaky-ish style. So it kind of fits me better. What else can we talk about? I don't know if I have any, like, other notes and things. You know, I don't know. I guess we kind of talked about this. I guess we could talk about it now. I don't know what to say about it, honestly. Here's something that's happening. And speaking of doing things, we saw this a while ago. I mean, we saw this Paintball Armory thing, or Major League Paintball Armory, like, a handful of months ago, maybe a year ago even, but no one really knew what it was. Now we do. Paintball Armory. Let me read. I'm going to read my notes really fast. So Paintball Armory is fantasy paintball where players are divided into 5 tiers. So I'm assuming, you know, 1 through 5, and you're going to place the players based on their stats, depending on which tier they're in. You know, I think the higher tier is probably going to have the better players. 5 tiers, and participants must select 1 player from each tier. So you have a 5-man team, and you get to select, you know, 1 guy from each tier to make your 5-man team. The value and performance of the players will shift between events, mainly because their stats change, so I assume they will shift. That also means you have to pick new players. But to play this, you actually have to purchase cards. So you actually have to purchase the players. And you do that here on Paintball Armory. So, like, if we go here and we go to Marketplace, yeah, you can see our 2024 Card Series 1. You get 30 cards. There are 29 of 50 editions. I don't think anybody has bought them. I think that they were like 29 people the other day when I was looking. So a few people have bought them. 29 people have purchased them so far. And what this is they're NFTs. Essentially, you're buying NFTs, and they're $30. You get 5 cards. There's apparently a limited number of cards per player. You can also go over and sell the cards on the marketplace. So say you get like Ryan Greenspan. It's a really popular card. Say you could sell it for, you know, $70 or whatever. Which is interesting because what's kind of cool is that a portion of that money, I think 10% or 5% of that sale actually is going to go to that player. So, you know, Ryan would get 5% of whatever $70 is, which is kind of neat. You know, I really like that. You can sign up and you can keep your cards on the Paintball Armory site, or you can set up your own wallet. Like I was thinking about buying some and just putting them in my MetaMask account or my MetaMask wallet, but I don't know, dude. I'm so paranoid about losing fucking crypto shit and like losing digital assets that, like, I don't know. I think that I would stay away from digital things, but you know, whatever. You can keep them on the Major League Paintball Armory website. I think the worst part about this, though, is that the cards, like, next year, apparently they're only good for 1 year. So, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess you can keep the cards. The cards are going to stay in your, you know, the cards will stay in your wallet, but you can no longer use them for the game. So it's possible that maybe... There we go. So here's what I'll actually tell you the transactions. I don't even know what blockchain they're on either. I'm not sure 100%. I don't know. I feel that like this was something that was created like 3 years ago and it's finally coming to fruition. Ben Lawton says, laugh out loud. Frack NFTs. Just make top style paintball cards. They kind of have. There's the paintball trading cards guy. So there's, fucking Christ, shit keep popping up over there. So there kind of are. Yep. I don't know. It's not for me though. You know, I'm not the guy who participates in things like this anyway. What happened with the guy that was making paintball cards? He's still around, Eric, for sure. Paintball trading cards. They're still out there. It won't let you put fuck in a super chat, so you gotta put frack. Like you're a... What are those people called that say frack? Come on, someone's gonna know. They were in a TV show called Battlestar Galactica. But what were the people called? Should we watch Battlestar? Should I rewatch Battlestar? You know, I thought about watching Battlestar again, and I was like, I don't know. Haven't seen any talk about paintball trading cards for a while. One thing that brings up trading cards is I'm going to start a brand. I'm going to start a new company, a new paintball company, where the non-Cylons, Chris, I know, I was like, Cylons? They're not Cylons, these are the robots, or the whatever. Did they have a specific name? I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't even know. They had to have. They had to have been like... Because they lived on that planet. What planet? What was like... Then there was the spin-off show where they lived on the surface. That was kind of interesting. I kind of liked the spin-off. Anyway. I'm going to start a new paintball company, and I'm going to sell products. The goal is to just like sell products. Was Galactica this planet? Maybe they're Galacticans. I don't know. I don't know. Is that why they were battling over it? Battlestar Galactica? Aren't they on Earth? They might have been on Earth. I don't remember. I don't know. Gonna start a paintball company, but I have so many problems with the name. I cannot figure out a name for the goddamn company. Gattaca, but I thought that was from... Gattaca's from something else. I don't know what Gattaca is. It sounds familiar. It's not from Battlestar. Gattaca. Isn't Gattaca just a movie or like a game? I don't know. I can't think of a name. I really like the brand name Standard Sample, but I don't know. It doesn't really go with the theme that I want. I want it to be like fun and like funny and like, you know, kind of witty and like funky, like weird. And Standard Sample does not like fit that. Standard Sample is very like simple and clean, and we have a black and white logo and everything's just black and white. I don't want to do that. Gattaca is just a movie. I've had such a hard time thinking about goddamn brand names. Core Sample? I don't know, maybe. It's not too bad. It depends. I mean, Standard Sample, I own the domain, so it'd come up. But I've thought about search. Certainly. Uma Thurman is in Gattaca with Ethan Hawke and Jude Law. Interesting. I've never seen it. I mean, it's probably... I've just never seen Gattaca. I know the name of it. Fucking brand names. Brand names are a goddamn nightmare. I was like standard sample and then stray signals as well. But stray signals or stray signal, it's kind of hard to say, and I don't really like the way it comes off my mouth. Yeah. Standard sample, stray signals. Those are the two that I like, but I don't know. Splatter Bros? Nope. One thing too is I don't want it to be like named paintball something. Like I don't want it to just be like standard paintball or like, you know, paintball signal or signal paintball. I don't know. What are the products? I don't know exactly what products, but they will be physical products for sure. Paintball stuff, you know, I'm not going to be making a gun or like barrels or, well, maybe barrels. I mean, barrels are pretty easy, but like hoppers or anything crazy. So, likely soft goods to start. It will kind of be like the new arm of my merch. So instead of me selling Paintball Ruined My Life merch, we would be selling whatever this stuff is. BJ Enterprises. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could do that. But then everyone thinks I'm like selling blowjobs, and then it's like weird, and I'm like, I mean, I guess it just depends on what the price is, you know. What did Matt say? Sounds like something you shouldn't search on Google. Stray Signal kind of sounds like a MySpace core band. I could see that. I could see that. It's also hard to say. Stray Signal. Stray Signal's not as hard, but the word stray, a lot, like, it's just hard to say. I think it's all the S-E and Y and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. It's the goddamn bane of my existence. I've been thinking about this for like weeks. Weeks. I have all kinds of stuff. We got a brand strategy. We've got branding and marketing strategy. I've got my strengths and weaknesses for business stuff. I got all kinds of information I've gathered, but still, I don't know. Catching strays. I don't know, catching strays is not bad. Because, like, it makes me think about, like, you know, you catch a stray ball on the sideline, or, like, you get shot by a stray ball. But, like, it also makes me think about, like, catching, like, stray women. Like, we're catching strays. Like, they're, like, women that are not locked down, and we're going to chase them. That's what I thought about. First thought, like, catching strays. Mind it though. The problem with it is that anything that I think of, I'm gonna find some reason not to like it. So this is the point where like it doesn't matter. We just gotta like I just gotta pick something, you know. And I also thought of the SS. I don't really want to have like an SS logo, you know, like that could be kind of weird. Stray women. That's what I think. Thought about. Like stray ladies. We're gonna go catch some strays, baby. It's kind of like getting some strange, but we're gonna catch some strays. I was getting food. What are we talking about? We're talking about what to name my new paintball company, because I don't know what the hell to name it. And it's like this thing, you know, paintball ruined my life. Like, I don't really like ruined. It's so hard to say ruined, because every time I feel like I say it, I feel like I say paintball ruined my life, not ruined. Like paintball ruined, and it's really long, so it's hard to like put onto stuff, you know. It's so many words, it's like just a lot of words, so it's hard. Do a collab with Brain Dead. I want to do that. We could make anything Brain Dead wants to make. What are you selling? It's unknown. Well, not really unknown to me. I don't really want to like. Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could talk about it. It's not like I have anything like announced or just rank announced. It's not like I have any like finished products, but the idea at least is that rather than me selling merch, we have a brand that sells products. And I would like, I just want to make weird stuff. Like, I don't want to have like new t-shirts every 3 months and new whatever every certain months. I'd like to just make random weird stuff, like random weird headbands, and maybe we could make like a tie-dye hopper, or like, you know, I don't know, just all kinds of weird things I would like to make. So it's hard to say like what specific products, but there'll be like small runs of interesting paintball things. Probably not mostly apparel. I would like to say it's not going to be mostly apparel, but I mean, to start, it probably will be, just because it's easier to make that stuff, right? I can, you know, make t-shirts a little easier than I could make like a custom color hopper, or, you know, custom like a unique custom designed mask. It's a lot easier to make that soft good stuff. So that's probably where it's going to start. Yeah. Chris Martin, expanding out of the paintball realm? No. But I also don't want it to be named paintball, right? Like, paintball ruined my life. It's so like, oh, it's paintball. Whereas like, I'd like it to be something where you, I mean, the brand name, you kind of feel what the feeling of the company, but it's not going to be like paintball. It's not going to have like paintball in the name. So it'd be like a little bit of a, I don't know. We're going to obviously sell paintball stuff, but like, who knows? Combat culture. That makes me think about fighting. Isn't that like a combat? I don't know. Do you have an LLC? I do not currently have an LLC. Like an Evil Gerbil 33 threads type thing? I don't even know. I mean, I'm aware of Evil Gerbil, and I'm not sure of 33 threads though. What is that? If I could type, it'd be better. This is probably not what you're talking about. 33threads.com is something totally different. Yeah, maybe I've seen this 33 threads stuff, but I've not, damn, they just got a shitload of goggle straps. Damn, there are so many of these companies that I don't know about either. But I am categorizing a big, huge list of all the companies that are similar in style. .threadspb.com. Our products. Yeah, I'd say they make neat stuff. I mean, they'll get cool tank covers and whatever. But they actually like make stuff. You know, I want to make like, there's only 50 of these and we're never making them again. So you would never see like a big, huge list of products. At least there wouldn't be products continually in stock. You know what I hate about hormesis too? Is like, it nowhere knows how it's spelled. Like, you put hormesis into like anything and it thinks it's misspelled. It's kind of annoying. That is kind of annoying. Who knows? Those class ones sell out in minutes, not seconds. I don't know. Curtis Sims, BJ Enterprises. We blow the competition away. That is pretty funny, though. That is good. That's not bad. The opposite, some brain says, the opposite of hormesis is not letting your mom dress you? So you're saying the hormesis people let their moms dress themselves? I really like the hormesis stuff. I'm all about it. All about it. Opposite of hormesis would be avoiding any stress. I guess. I'm not even 100% what hormesis is. Isn't it like an equilibrium or something like that? Sorta. It's like a stasis period. Brand names are hard though. BJ Freaking Enterprises. Oh, okay. So they're only like doing small quantities of stuff too. What the heck was it? 30. Yeah, there's just a lot of these companies, and I feel that like I don't really like. I'm not on Instagram and like Facebook a lot, so I don't really see a lot of these companies. Oh, I do see it says sold out. I'd be curious what these straps are like though. Are they actually woven straps, or are they just that stupid dye sublimation straps? Oh, limit 2 per customer is pretty good too. I like that. I really hate the like sublimated straps. They just kind of suck. I don't know, I can't tell. They look woven actually. Someone should tell if they're woven. They're woven. Cool. The woven straps are good then. They looked like it in that picture. Best straps in the game. I don't know. What makes this strap better than another strap? I don't think I've ever had a goggle strap that's like better or worse. Except for whatever. Their logo reminds me of the Palace logo. Why don't we actually look at these on screen? I'm like talking about it and no one knows what's happening. That's funny, they have the stars and stuff. Interesting. I have to remind myself how to not design a website now. Metal, okay, metal clips are cool. Everyone knows about these. The metal adjustable clips, that's pretty cool though. I'll give you that. That's nicer. Kinda. Not that my clips on my mask are breaking ever. There you go. Some brains has got it. Peer pressure, wear what people approve of, and you reduce your social anxiety. I'm with you on that though. That's why I'm going to make shit nobody wants to wear. See, their logo reminds me of the Palace logo and the Verge logo. Reminds me of the Verge logo. Eventually it'll load, I think. Maybe not, I don't know. But their Verge logo, you can kind of see it right there. This is kind of like sluggish right now. The Verge logo, there's the Verge logo. That's the old Verge logo. And then it definitely reminds me of the Palace logo. See, this kind of shit would drive me crazy. This is me like knowing too many logos. And I like stuff. And I like every time I look at anything or hear of a brand name, I'm like, oh, that reminds me. That reminds me of this one. And then I just can't ever make decisions. What about the project logo? A little bit, right? I mean, the Project Paintball one is like, it's a little different. I mean, it's a P, and it's not actually the P. It's like their weirdo thing. The project logo. I mean, I don't know, it's way different, but I could see how it's sort of similar. There's probably some other logo out there that looks exactly like that though too. So, I mean, it's literally hard. It's so insane. It's so hard nowadays. I mean, there's so many brands and so many things. It's just hard to like make unique names now and logos. They made my yellow eyes frames look so dope with one of their Series 2 straps. I don't even know what the hell you guys are fucking talking about. This is probably one of the problems with starting a company. They do look kind of good, though. I like that one. Frostbite. I don't know. Are they expensive? They don't seem that expensive, though. I mean, goggle straps have gotten so expensive. I mean, you used to be able to go like JT goggle straps for 20 bucks, and now they're like $50, which is crazy. Yeah, I wonder. I mean, if they're only doing like 30 something of these, I wonder how they're getting them made. These ones look cool. I like this like chain one. They're not bad. Dude, it's crazy. I mean, just the stock like cheap JT goggle straps are really like 50 bucks. It's crazy. I like those ones. Those like chain ones are kind of cool. Harlem, Bronx, Little Havana. I don't know what that's at. Where the hell is this at? Halaya? I don't think that's in New York, is it? Who knows? Straps. You want the class 1 rose gold chub link? I'll send you one on black sheep. I have no idea what the hell that lingo is. What about the any of this day stuff? Crazy expensive. I don't even know the prices of that stuff. Honestly, I mean, some of their stuff has just gotten crazy. Like the goggle frame, the freaking goggle frames are crazy expensive. But like, what do they have? Well, now, right now on their website, it says it's going to be like a year and a half until they release new products. So it says it's going to be 436 days until they release something. So I don't know. That seems like an excessively long amount of time. Well, I don't know. Enemy of the State just reminds me of the freaking Will Smith movie, though. I think of the Will Smith movie every time I see that. And I'm like, shouldn't we be running from the satellites? Guys in the BST are selling the Chicago headband for $450. Yeah, one of the problems is I gotta figure out how to get like hyped up like that, you know, or whatever, however that works. Yep, they're Enemy of the State. Those goggle frame, the like bottoms they made were kind of cool though. Those all clear bottoms. But then, you know, people at like the Chicago tournament, I think were having problems with, not specifically those, but just some of the aftermarket parts for the Proflex because they, I don't know, say they weren't ASTM approved or something like that. Oh, Super Dead. That's who did those. I'm sorry. Yeah. I know that. We talked about that on Sunday, the paintball field. Because I couldn't remember Super Dead's name. I was like, is it Super Dead? Because then there's Brain Dead also. So, I don't know. Brain Dead's another company, though. Super Dead equals Super Scummy. Do they really, Rennick, though? Or do you just not like the name? I don't know. Some kid got jealous. He didn't get any, and he emailed the NXL about it. I was kind of curious about those bottoms, actually, and I actually investigated what ASTM compliance actually is. So you don't actually, so ASTM compliance, they were worried about like some of the like, you know, aftermarket mask parts, whether it was from HK or Super Dead or whoever did it. They were worried about some of those mask parts not meeting the American safety something, I don't know, meeting the ASTM standards. And really, the ASTM standards are pretty simple. They lay out the materials it has to be and how thick it has to be. And they're like, okay, that's all. So as long as you make it out of the correct material and you follow the guidelines for the ASTM, that's all you gotta do. So you don't actually have to like get any products tested or do anything. You just have to follow the standards that they've set in place. So it's not like, yeah, as long as you just use the right material and do the right things, it's going to meet ASTM standards. So, yep. Fake FOMO, it's untested products. Yeah, it's very possible that they didn't even do it. $10,000 to set up a mold and only 300 were made. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we know the mold's 10 grand. I mean, it could be even more than that. I mean, molds are sometimes way more. I know, it's a very good point. It's a very good point. I don't know. I mean, it's definitely kind of wacky, right? The prices don't really make much sense. Yeah, I mean, I'd say mask bottoms would be something that I would like to make, but you're probably going to be very hard pressed for me to manufacture a mask bottom. What I ideally would like to do in that situation would be try to collaborate with JT, and maybe you have to make more than 300. Honestly, 300 is quite a lot for mask bottoms. I mean, they were so popular, though. They sold them very quickly, though. Cheapest I could machine a mold. Average market value for dual layer injection mold, 25 grand. Yeah, I was like, 10 grand's like value price. And that also probably matters if they get to keep the mold, right? I know some of the companies, like, if you get a product made, they'll like let you take the mold, or sometimes they'll keep the mold because the mold isn't yours. I don't know. There's like these weird things. There were 200 of each color offered to the public, so 400. And he made around 100 grand net before cost. It probably cost him money. Dude, if you make 100 grand, he didn't lose money. If he got 100 grand cash, he probably didn't lose money. I hope not. Some brains, the manufacturing biz throughout. Oh, sorry. The manufacturing biz thought is to build where you are having molds machined. Don't do injected parts early. I don't know. I can't read. Hybrid got screwed because their manufacturer started cranking out their products and selling out the back door. Do it this way. That's what all the companies do. I mean, yeah. I mean, the hard part is that, like, most of these companies that are manufacturing things, you know, like HK or Dye or whoever it is, they don't own the facilities where they're getting this stuff made. So a lot of the times, if you can find out these companies or these, like, manufacturers who actually make the stuff in Taiwan, you can call them, and I bet you can just order the stuff if you want. Because most of them will take an existing product, and then they'll change it like 20% or 10%, and they'll just sell you it. Like, they don't care if, like, whatever, it doesn't matter. So there's always, like, weird stuff happening in these, like, Chinese, Taiwan, like, manufacturing places, because they don't care. You know, they're like, whatever, you're a small company to us. We'll lose your business, and then we're going to pick up 5, 10 more. It's like, I don't know. Yep. Isn't JT/core testing only? I don't know. What do you mean? 300 feet per second, 10 balls a second at 15 feet, 10 balls at 20 feet. I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, I saw someone to fill with the red version. The clear red run. A clear red one today. Or Sunday or Saturday or I don't know. Anyway. I would like to think that if I ever make stuff, it will be made well. I would like to think that my standards are high, and I don't want to be embarrassed by selling the products. So I would like to think that they're going to be made just as well as possible. MLG, are you making a video on the Adrenaline Idol? Yep. You'll probably, well, you'll see one next week for sure. Probably like a week from today, or Wednesday. Let's probably shoot more for a Wednesday, because, yeah, that's probably what's gonna happen. Rennick, I also thought about making stuff by hand. I was like, I'm gonna look into buying. I was thinking about buying my own screen printer, not screen printer, like screen press, and like trying to figure out how to do my own screen printing. Not for it to be cheaper, but just to be able to say we do it. You know, I'd like to be able to say I made this. You know, if we did shirts, it would be really cool to be able to buy American-made shirts. I want to buy like US-made t-shirts with US-made cotton and USA materials, and then like hand make them in the USA. That's really what I would like to do with like apparel clothing stuff. But Xtool, is Xtool a piece of software? Xtool. I actually was looking at laser printers, laser cutters. That's so funny. Because I was curious. I'm like, how much do lasers... I was literally looking at this website the other day. That's funny. They like just came out with something. Like everyone says these are the best like home laser cutters and stuff like that. That's funny. Well, one of the things I was trying to figure out is how to do... like if I made headbands, right, how could we like put like a 1 of 40 or 1 of 50? How could we actually put that on the headband? And I was looking at like different ways to, I was like, could we actually laser the fabric? And I was thinking about getting little metal tags, and if we lasered those, and I don't know, I'm thinking about all kinds of stuff. Embroidery is the easiest. Yes, that's like the easiest answer. But I was also trying to think about like ways that I could do. Like I could do the like labeling of stuff. But the embroidery machines are fucking crazy. I mean, they're like 20 grand. For like an embroidery machine like I want is like $20,000. But if we're just embroidering like little like, you know, 1 of 50 or whatever, that's something we could go do, and I could take anywhere to like an alterations place and, you know, get embroidered or whatever. Who knows? CJ DeYoung the third with that $4.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. How about USA grown hemp? Stronger, better, faster than cotton, and people like weed. I would use hemp. I mean, I'd be 100% open to it. I just say cotton because it was whatever. I definitely want it to be organic fabric, though. I don't want it to be like, you know, polyester or whatever. Just like the current crop of Paintball Ruin My Life headbands that are made from 100% cotton denim. Yeah, I would do hemp for sure. Josh Shepard says, Black Sheep Headbands. There's another goddamn headband company. This is the problem with freaking headbands. This is why I want to try to get out of the freaking merch game. A little bit. There's just a bazillion headband companies. I'm actually... Oh, okay, I've seen you guys. I've seen Black Sheep before. What'd you say? Oh, I've for sure seen this. You're not on my list of brands, though, of paintball brands, or are you guys? Yes, you are. What'd you say? Black Sheep headbands here. Hello. We do panel work for NME and our own brands. What does panel work mean? Embroidery is the easiest, but becoming oversaturated. Yeah, I feel you on that. How everyone's doing the little like dealios on the thing. 100%. That's why I was thinking about like metal tags or something, but then putting a piece of metal on there would be kind of gnarly. CJ with again. Damn, son. I think hemp would be really cool. We'll look into that. Because there's some people that I'm going to probably work with already that I know, and we can try. Huh. Yeah, what the hell does panel work mean? $5 out of 20 grand. With that machine. I don't know. I don't know how to get at anybody. Oh. What? I think it's my wallpaper that's like flashing in and out that I'm seeing. Yeah, one thing for sure is I don't really want to make this stuff anymore. I don't want to have to deal with making it. So this might be like a collaboration. Every product might be a collaboration. Bald Dudes? Should that be the like the name of the brand? Bald Dudes? Could you do 3D printed tags on the headband for something like... How though? How do we attach them? That's the problem, is that like, you know, you think of a headband and it's like, you know, do you want like hard pieces on here? You know, you want it like soft because you're like wearing on your head and like, you know, you don't want to get shot in a hard piece and it like, oh, like be all weird on your head or something. I don't know. Embroidery is cool just because it's not cheap, but it's like fairly simple, and it's like unlimited styling, kinda. Brad, if you want, as soon as I am set up, I can send you some trail items and consult. Sure. Rennick, I know you make leather stuff. I actually thought about that. I was like, what kind of leather stuff could we make? I don't really know. I saw someone with a metal or a leather chin strap. That was funny. That was kind of cool. It looked like he made it. It was a leather chin strap. That would be kind of neat. I thought about barrel covers, leather headbands. That would be pretty funny. I want a leather head wrap. Yes. That would be so cool. A leather head wrap. Leather sandanas. Dang. A leather sandana would be hilarious. Could you just imagine it's like all like shiny leather and down to here? You look like a pharaoh. That'd be good. I want a leather head wrap now. A full leather jersey. Man. I just want leather now. What was it Seinfeld when he was going to drape himself in velvet? I'm going to drape myself in leather. So funny. Okay. Head wraps made of gold chains. Like some chainmail. That'd be funny. Dang, I want a leather jersey. So funny. You'll be like, what in the fuck? I don't know though. This weekend, it was like 95 at the paintball field this weekend. I don't know if we can wear it here. I mean, maybe a leather tank top. Oh man. The leather tank tops would be fun. Haha, well, my business partner makes chainmail. Really? Huh. And we do make some armor for Hema and S. I don't even know what that is. Why do I think that's like, I think it's like, I see guys at like in the park every once in a while with swords and shit, and they're like fucking like going all medieval, fighting on each other. That's what I feel like that might be for. Man, leather, really though, leather chin straps might be a thing. Leather tank tops, dude. I could just see it. Playing in a leather jersey would be so funny. The Society for Creative Anarchy. I thought that said archery. Creative. The Society of Creative Anarchy. Crazy. Damn. What a leather jersey. The new Uprising jerseys were pretty crazy. They just got like regular gray jerseys, and they actually embroidered the whole front of it, which I don't know. It looks kind of weird because, you know, whenever you embroider a big huge thing and it's on fabric like that, it always kind of like looks a little wonky, you know. It like kind of shrinks up, or like it looks a little weird. I want a leather mask. I want a leather jersey. I was like, I want a leather mask. I don't need a leather mask. I already have a couple leather masks. Go with my, I don't know, other leather equipment. Oh, is it Armadillo made a head wrap with leather? I could see that. I don't really want to wear those though. No offense to any of you Predator fans out there. So I'm saying, Chris, full leather. I want leather pants, leather head wraps, leather jerseys. Huh. Like a leopard print? No, we can't do leopard. I was like exotic animals. Leopard, they've already done that though. I mean, who wears leopard? Mishka wears leopard, and Chad wears leopard. Chad Boucher wears leopard. Tyler's the Tiger King for some reason. Or no, No. Is he Tiger King? Do people call it? I think they started calling him Tiger King before Tiger King, which is interesting. Oh, I know. I was thinking of exotic animals too. Not necessarily print. I just think of the print. But I don't know if you could do... We couldn't do probably leopard skin head wraps. We could definitely do gator. We could do gator. We couldn't do tiger. We could do gator. We could do snake. We could do some other weird animals. We could do ostrich. We could do... I don't know. The chat delay is rough. It shouldn't be. It should be... Well, actually, I don't think I can change the whatever thing right now. Let me do it. Latency. It's on low latency. It shouldn't be too low. Gator, zebra. I can't do zebra. Gator skin pack. Gator skin. It reminds. Gator skin's like a bike tire. 80s VHS porn. G-strings. What? I don't know. Yeah, the stream, I mean, it's normally, chat's probably like 20 seconds behind, maybe like 15 seconds or something like that. I don't know. All right, I'm getting out of here. I want to go eat. It's Tuesday, probably 100 degrees outside still. How hot's it outside? 96. It's 96 outside, and it's almost October. Actually, not too bad. I don't really mind. There's our ceremonial fart. I'm going to be at the paintball field Saturday. If anyone's out at the paintball field, I'll be there Saturday. I'm going to be shooting and messing around with this bad boy. Look at that bad boy. It's like, it's cooling down, honestly. It's going to be 107 tomorrow. Did you turn your ASA off? What do you mean? What do I like about this? You know what I really like about these is the trigger. I've gotten so tired of the new triggers on these paintball guns. You know, all the new triggers, they're so lightweight. Like the Planet Eclipse triggers, they kind of suck. You know, they just don't feel very good. And it's like, makes them lighter, and it's like, oh yeah, it's a little easier to pull, but they just kind of feel like shit now, right? I mean, this trigger feels so much better than, like, I don't know, a lot of the newer guns. This adrenaline trigger specifically, because it just kind of weighs more, so it just kind of feels better. Like, for those of you with Eclipse guns, like, listen to this. It's just like, it's better. It just feels better. It's a solider bump. There's another fart. Oh, I'm opening my ASA. Yeah, that's true. I mean, the trigger's not a huge... I don't know, though, you know? Like, performance-wise, it's not a huge priority, maybe. But, like, you think it would be, right? Because that's the one place you're actually touching it, you know? So, like, it should feel like almost the best because it's where you're actually physically, like, you know, coming in contact with the gun. So you think that, like, they'd try to spend, like, more money or, you know, I don't know, make them a little feel better. But, you know, it's not like the new triggers are way more adjustable and stuff, which is cool. They just don't feel as good. Ben says, my stock LV 1.6 trigger is clanky as hell, but doesn't that feel better? Because it's like metal on metal, and these new triggers are like squishy and shit. So you like, when you hit the back of the trigger, it's kind of like soft, and they just kind of feel crappy. Applesauce, MacDev triggers are the best. I really do like those triggers. The MacDev triggers have always felt good. I always kind of like the, like, I don't know, they just feel like crisp. You know, I really like that, like, satisfying, like, good feel. The LV1, those are probably, like, my favorite, like the 3.5 and stuff. I don't know, I'm, like, looking around, I'm like, oh, yeah, I got an LV 1.6. Yeah, I got one. Who knows? Bob Long triggers feel good, too. The Field 1 trigger feels good, too. Because it's heavy, and it's on metal. So it's, like, that extra weight, and, like, it just feels better. I don't know. A lot of focusing issues right now. I like step this way just a little bit. Maybe I have the focusing on the wrong side. I don't know. All right, I'm getting out of here. Sons of bitches. Some of you guys I might see Saturday. If not, you'll see me Monday. We'll be back Monday again for another live stream. And in the meantime, enjoy your weekends. There's a couple of you guys. Josh, Dave, won these things tonight. So I'm going to get a hold of you, and we'll figure it out. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm out of here. Enjoy the rest of your week. Have fun if you play paintball this weekend. If not, I'll see you next time.